right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of the Did I Lie podcast. It's Fatima. I'm sitting here with Shanae and Jaleesa.
What's up, y'all?
So today's episode is going to be titled Grown Woman Tingz. Yeah. So basically a tackle on, the shit you got to handle as a grown ass woman. So basically getting your money right, getting your credit right, deciding if you coming or going, left or right, up or down.
All those fun adulting things.
Right. Those things we definitely look
Also
forward
things
to.
that make you level up in life.
Exactly.
Like, what's your level up?
So basically, I had saw a meme, and I'm pretty sure everyone has seen this meme. Sis, your bank account will never wake up one morning and say it doesn't love you. And that's some real shit.
Right.
At the end of the day, I definitely feel like as modern women, we need to be about our money. We need to be about our business.
I think it's important too, also because like the times are evolving, women are evolving. This is not back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
We not house mothers. I think I'm a house mother, and I'm a failure.
I thought a house mother was the bitch who watches all the strippers and gets them together.
Girl, we not talking about
bitch,
that.
get on the pole. I thought that was a house mother.
No, like housewife, whatever
Stepford
the fuck.
wife type shit. Which, I mean, listen, there are plenty of women who are stay-at-home mothers. They take care of the home. They build businesses from their living rooms, their kitchens with their babies on their hips.
Shout out to those mothers, because I'm still trying to get it together.
Right. And I follow so many amazing entrepreneurial women who are out here and they have their children or they have their husband and they have to take care, their personal lives, but they handle their business.
Yep.
So this episode is really going to focus on just little tips and tricks that I feel like, and we feel like, could definitely navigate you through your womanhood, because I definitely feel like 20s, a lot of us don't, especially in our community, a lot of us don't grow up finding out the things that we need to know about our, financial.
And that's true. Like, we're very blessed. We have good families, but I don't think they gave us like the stepping stool we needed to branch out. Like, I think our experiences and meeting new people or the things we saw off of social media really broadened our mind and was like, wow.
Exactly.
So we don't gotta be on the block.
Exactly. You can have more. And we always say we're from Astoria, which, I mean, from the outside looking in, it definitely gives a perception that maybe you have more than the next person from, on a 10-block radius, which, essentially you do. But there are so many like financial conversations that I think that were missed, especially in my household, which is low-key type crazy because my mother owned a business. So it's kind of like, wait, why didn't we discuss that? So starting out, in my opinion, I definitely think that the first thing, as when you're done with high school, if you're in college, I think one of the main things that someone should always focus on is saving. Even if you have a little part-time job, you go to school, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. Even if it's $5, if you don't trust banks, because, sometimes you can't really, that's a different conversation. But if you don't trust banks, get a bankroll, put it in the shoebox, under the mattress, in the pillowcase, but start saving little by little. And then the more your check increases, the more you can save.
Right.
Start there. You have to crawl before you walk. A lot of times people want this huge amount of money.
That it's not realistic.
It's not realistic.
Don't wake up one day and be like, yeah, let me stash this 10,000.
Exactly. It just doesn't happen. As much as we would love it, even though for the people out there, collecting them unemployment checks, getting $8K back in one sitting, I hope y'all motherfuckers is saving that shit.
Right.
Invest in that shit, because it's over for you. Nah, let me stop. I clearly sound like the bitter bitch who still got to go to work. But yeah, save your money. For the, people who are still at home, I definitely think it's a good idea to stay home as long as possible. If your parents ain't kicking you out, pushing you out, telling you to, pack your shit, stay home and save your money up.
Don't let social media or anybody else glorify that life for you. Like, living on your own is such a tough thing.
It really is. It really is. And it takes a lot from you. Sometimes you have to decide like, okay, how I'm gonna pay this. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to bring on any extra burdens
Right.
that you don't have to. And I think that, as like you were saying, social media predicts this lifestyle, like live on your own, get the Maserati. Like,
Yeah,
no,
no.
bitch. Live in your means. Go get that Honda Civic and call it a day.
Oh, get on the bus.
Get
There's
on, there
nothing
you
wrong with the
go. Get
bus.
on the bus, take the Uber share. You know what I'm saying? But, make sure that you are creating a budget, even if it's a weekly budget, if it's a bi weekly budget, if it's a monthly budget, and stick to that. Basically, you want us to live, I would say, under your means. We all want to be cute. We all want to go get our nails done, learn to do your nails yourself. I feel like if this pandemic has shown you anything, it's that you can do it yourself.
Right.
A lot of us didn't know we could do it ourselves, but now you know you can. Like now that the nail salons and everything is open, I'm still gonna do my nails myself because at
Right.
one I enjoy it.
Look, y'all, pressure makes diamonds. So
Mm-hmm.
if you didn't learn anything from this situation, is you can fucking do it.
You can
Get
do
up,
it. Save your
let's get it
money.
done.
Keep your money in your pocket. So yeah, so definitely, so that's two things we've, nailed down so far. Save your money, stay at home as long as possible because that avoids you paying bills. Of course, maybe most of us have to contribute in our parents' household, but what, you got to pay the cable bill once a month, $120, call it a day, pay the $120.
Whose
Let
cable
it
bill is
be.
$120?
I'm just saying, I'm just throwing out a number. I know y'all be paying $200 for whack ass cable.
Shout out to the plug, though. I'm not saying anything.
So what age do we start Grown Women Tingz? Because I feel like I started that shit when I was in summer youth, 14 years old.
Well, you say that, but I don't know. I think for everyone, their experience is different. Like, Grown Women Tingz, I think, is officially when your mental, everything is collectively all in one. Like, you just good.
Like,
So,
I personally feel like I truly stepped into like my grown womanhood, like the day, like on the clock when I turned 30. Like, even then, before then, yes, I was paying bills. I was doing everything on my own. I didn't go to my parents for anything, which, was my choice. But when I turned 30, I was in a different space mentally, spiritually, in my relationship, with myself basically. Like
right.
my whole being was something that like I feel like I walk and there's a fucking light that glows around my body. Like I feel like God slapped me on the fucking head and was like, bitch, you good. Like at
Yeah.
30,
That's how I feel like, even though like me and Jaleesa, and you too, we had to start working young. I don't
Yeah.
think I was on my Grown Women Tingz
No,
at that age.
at all.
Like, I'm still just getting into it. Like, I'm still getting into mommy mode and working and just self-care. I just started my skincare. Like, not saying that I didn't give a fuck all these years, but now I'm really like, bitch.
Exactly. You're now stepping into yourself. And I feel like Grown Woman Things for a lot of people is like, you can't tell me fucking nothing. You can give me advice. You can state your opinion and I can respect it. But at the end of the day, I call the shots and I'm going to do what's best for me.
Right.
Like, you can't say, okay, well, you know what, girl, I don't think that's the right thing for you to do. I'll graciously be like, okay, I understand that, but at the end of the day, like, Fatima's gonna make her own choices in her life. Like, this is your life to live, and when you can go through it without worrying about what the next person has to say, what they feel, your parents, your siblings, whatever, I feel like that's when you truly step into yourself. And I can come back to you and be like, well, listen, that's cool, but I'm gonna do me.
So for me, I don't know if it started when I left to college after high school. I think I was half woman teens when I left high school going into college. And then the other half of woman teens was when I moved out of my mother's house at 25. I feel like I had two different milestones that I achieved to help me come to that sort of conclusion. Because coming out of school and then having a head on your shoulders to know that you want to dorm away for the first time, going away from your family, you're now responsible for your education, you being on your own, you socializing, making friends. This is your first time living by yourself, having to buy your own things, doing your own laundry, learning how to cook, being alone in a different city. And then, but for me, I was still living at home. B was still helping me buy books. I wasn't paying any. I mean, I was paying room and board. I wasn't paying for that. That was, a scholarship that I had first year. I ended up moving back home, trying to find another job, finishing school here in the city. And then the second half of that Grown Woman Tingz is me moving out. I found my own apartment, and I felt like that was the time where I was on my own once again, having to furnish my own place, paying my own bills, living by myself, finally realizing that I have to do everything, because when you move out, you realize like your mother's no longer there for you. There's no, you're responsible for the roof, the food, the toilet paper that you wipe your ass with, so that's me. I felt like I stepped into myself at 25, and then, hearing you guys speak, like spiritually and mentally, maybe I still have another milestone that I have to accomplish, but I define like women things as you said, like people no longer having to tell you how to live your life, and that you live it the way that you want. You're responsible for that. So I was a little younger.
Okay. And that's why we said everybody has their own, everybody moves at their own pace. Like when you step into that, you'll know it. It's not like I can pinpoint and say, yes, when you turn 30, you're good. Everything's fine.
No, because there's fucking 18-year-olds right now doing their own
amazing
thing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like it's just at your own pace. Don't worry about what the next person is doing, what the next woman is doing, because there's a plan for you. God has a plan for you. It's designed for you. What's yours won't miss you. Okay? So at the end of the day, just focus on what the fuck you got going on. So now I would say, why don't we throw out some things that you feel could help elevate someone to that, whether it be on the spiritual mental side or whether it be just in life, to get them to that next step?
Speaking from my experience, if any mommies are listening out there, I would say after I had the baby, like some good advice is to really take those, if you have a job or if you staying at home with the baby, regardless, really take those first 3 months to soak in that baby. Be with them, love on them, because I kind of feel like after that, you really got to step back. And I was trying to look for a job. I was like you all over the place. Like postpartum depression is real. So I did a lot of reading for myself, and having that time alone with my child. When they're newborn, they're sleeping.
Right.
Or just hanging off your titty. So take that time and read and do what you like to do, and start to develop a plan little by little. Like don't stress yourself. Don't wake up one day like, oh, I need to do this, this, and this. Really, I had the opportunity to really take my time to go back to work, get into the groove of working a 9 to 5, being around other people, being in a business setting. Like, don't let that shit scare you and stress you. Like,
right.
And yeah, that would be my advice for any mothers out there. Like, just do what you need to do to make it through, because honestly, you're not sleeping, you're not eating right, your weight is fluctuating, your family likes to comment, nobody's really helping you with you do have help, like no disrespect to none of my family members. Shout out to the GOAT, my mom and my sisters and everybody else, and my husband's family, but really it's you and that baby. So moms, like, you're cooking, you're cleaning, you're breastfeeding, you're cleaning out bottles, and really take that time to focus on your baby. Every day, do a little plan, add to your plan, and just make that move when you're ready. Make that move and just step into it. Do what you need to do.
Okay, I like that. That's I'll hold on to that if ever that
it gets stressful. Like, you hear other women talking about it, and
and
they're like, I
like
did this and I did this,
right.
and my
What is
husband
that, like mommy
I don't gotta work,
shame
and
or
I be
mom
like,
whatever?
oh my God.
Yeah, I feel bad for new moms. I really do, because I feel like
Yeah.
people are like throwing 100,000 bricks at them in one time, and like, oh, you breastfeed? Oh, you feed him out the bottle? Oh, he's already this, or he's already like, God damn, bitch, he just came out my vagina. Chill. Like, calm
Especially
down.
that weight shit can
Oh
really.
yeah, and
We
then
not
watching
celebrities over
TV,
here.
exactly. You watching bitches on TV get their
People are
body
so
back.
unrealistic. Like
Yeah.
for
And that shouldn't even be at the
yeah.
forefront of your brain, I think,
Ugh.
when you have a child. Like, oh, I need my body back. And it's
And
just
it's
like,
not, and it's like when people start to pinpoint that at you and
mm-hmm.
be, bitch, you big, and you be like, oh shit, I am. Like,
Right.
damn.
Right.
But then you have the real ones, like my best friend Fatima. She be like, bitch, you popped out a whole human. And I be like,
Right.
oh, that's
A
why I'm
whole
fucking.
human came out of your body like less than like a year and a half ago. So calm down. It's okay. If he's 17 and you just like, yeah, I'm still, I'm trying to get it together because the baby, he's not a baby. This nigga's about to leave your house. That's different. But I feel like take your time with that shit. Don't worry about it. Don't let other people, make you feel like something's wrong with your
Yeah.
body. You did something natural. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of women may never do or may not get a chance to do. So celebrate that and celebrate that in yourself. Like, I had a fucking
Yeah.
baby. You know what I did? I had a baby. Okay. So yeah.
And
So my little pieces of advice, I have a few. Okay. And I'm gonna start with what I love most, my money. Like I said, save your money. Save your money. Right now we living in the what is this? City girl era. This pussy, Birkin pussy. Okay, that's cute. But let me just put y'all up on game. Hermes has to offer you a bag, so I see the fake ones. Y'all not low.
right.
Anyway, but yeah, save your money. Put it towards things that don't, disintegrate the moment you purchase it. You want to have assets. You want to pass that down. And I know it may seem far fetched for a lot of people, but we can invest our monies. We can have IRAs. We can buy gold. You know what I'm saying? We can truly make a difference within our financial portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
But until you get to that point, I feel like let me just kind of slow down. Let's say, when you turn 18, you start getting them credit cards in the mail. We've all been there.
And how do they find you? They
They
just be like,
find you because you in the matrix. You in the matrix. They find you. They get you. And a lot of us don't pay attention. And maybe it's not even about not paying attention. We're not taught these things. So let's say
if it's
you're,
two motherfuckers who's looking for you out in this world, it's credit
mm-hmm.
and what's them jury duty shits.
Oh yeah,
They
they
be
will hunt you the fuck down.
hey.
Okay, they will get you to do jury duty. All right. So here's what I think that you should focus on: whether you have good credit, whether you don't have good credit, whether you're trying to establish credit. One of the main things that you can do, which is super easy, is go to your bank and open up a secure credit card, which is basically you taking XY, amount of money and telling them, I want to open up this card. It's not exactly like a full-fledged credit card. It's to help you establish credit or fix your credit. So let's just say you take $300 to the bank. They're going to give you a credit card. You can have that $300 to spend, but when it's time to pay your bill, you want to make sure that your utilization, which is how much you use on that card, is under 30%. You want to make sure that happens every single month, and that's with every card that you have. If you have a Target card, if you have a Victoria's Secret card, so it doesn't
Any
matter.
of those things.
Any of them, you want to keep them under 30%. Another thing that I think is so great that I love, there is this website called self.inc, literally self.inc, INC. It allows you to also build your credit while saving money. You can't touch the money for a year, 2 years. It has different amounts that you can save. And basically, every month when you make those payments, it's going to report it to the credit bureau. So every month, it's going to reflect that you're making these payments on time, which is key. You have to make your payments on
On
time.
time.
Like, that is literally those two things alone will shoot your credit up. If you are trying to establish, if you have bad credit, whatever the case may be, those two things will automatically, within like 2 months, you're going to see your credit score raise like 50 to 80 points, which is good. You want, to be honest, I think credit in some cases is better than having money in the bank. You can literally
Yeah.
walk on a lot for a brand new car and walk off the same day. No money down. I've seen it done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could walk in and get the apartment of your dreams. You could go somewhere, anything you want. You could literally touch it if you have good credit, because you're showing basically the world, I pay my fucking bills. Like, I handle my business. That's what good credit basically means. So those are two things that I definitely think that you should handle when it comes to grown woman things. Have your money right, have your credit right. Those are two things that will never flee. They will never go away. They will never do you wrong, as the meme says.
And I feel like you should establish credit early. Like you said, 18 years old.
Right.
They also have credit cards for students. So if you are a student, they will give you an unsecured credit card starting off with a really, really low balance. Obviously, you don't have any established credit, so your balance may be 200. I mean, your credit limit, excuse me, will be $200, $300. But if you do it and do it wisely with the steps that we showed you guys how to do, you can definitely build your credit up. Also, there's Experian Boost, where Experian looks at your phone bill, your Con Edison bill, any utility and phone bill. They look at that, and they pull it from your profiles to see that, you know, if you're paying your phone bill every single month, they add that onto your credit as well to show that you are responsible. And your gym bill, by the way. To show that you're responsible paying some bills off every single month. And that also helps you build your credit score.
Yeah. And that is, it's just as simple as that. Don't be intimidated by, you know, what you think you don't know. That's what Google is for. There are literally Facebook groups devoted to, which will list everything that you hear us say. We always tell you guys, we're going to leave it, you know, in the description or whatever the
Somewhere.
fuck. You gonna find it. You gonna see
On
it. It's
all
gonna be there.
platforms.
So, you know, we're never gonna leave you hanging and dry to, hey, what is
And
it?
definitely, if you have questions, like, don't.
Exactly.
We here. Hit us
Email
up.
us.
Be like, what you said in
Comment.
episode 2.
Exactly. Because that's what we're here for. Another great, I would say, girl page that I follow that I think gives out amazing advice when it comes to saving, investing, building credit, would be on Instagram. Her handle is The Broke Black Girl. Simple as that. The Broke Black Girl. And she just gives out such great advice when
Great,
it
yeah.
comes to handling your money, understanding that when you pay, you know, your credit card bills, you don't want to pay the minimum balance. You want to pay a little bit over that because you have to pay attention to interest rates and understanding what that means. So for a quick example, let's say your credit card bill, the minimum balance is $35, right? So maybe 18 of that goes to interest. So think about it. You're really not paying your minimum balance. You're paying to the interest and you're only putting a couple of bucks on your card. So it is better to always pay as much over your minimum balance as you can. If it's 35, if you can afford 50, put 50. If you could afford 100, pay 100.
Yeah.
Like, pay over the balance, get that utilization down, stay under 30%, and just watch your credit rise from there.
Right. And this is something, let's just remind, if you 18 and want to start, great. But I feel at any age, when you're ready, like, I started late, but I think I'm fucking good now. It's only
Exactly.
it's 3 years later,
Right.
and I finally got my shit together.
Agree on that. Obviously, you need your shit together before you establish credit. But the reason why I said the younger the better is because you also
definitely
wanna,
the younger the
course,
better.
of
But we not
course.
trying to shoot
Right.
No,
them
but you
want
want to establish
26, like,
a
what am I
long
gonna
credit
do?
history. If you're brand new and you're like, hey, I want to buy this, you can't. Like, they want to see you. Unfortunately, they want to see a lengthy credit history so that they know you've been about this shit for the past 10 years or so.
Exactly.
They trust you.
And just understand that everything takes time. Don't, again, feel the pressures of the world that you have to make this happen right now. If you think about it, it took time for you to fuck your shit up. It's going to take time for you to fix it. So don't, drive yourself nuts trying to make something happen that, takes time. It takes patience and it takes consistency. It's just that simple. Another thing, on the flip side of things, that's like your money, your business, things like that. Invest in yourself, start your businesses, ladies. Black women are the leading entrepreneurs right now in the USA. Okay, so don't be afraid to start your business, work for yourself. If you can make these corporations millions and billions of dollars, you could do that for yourself too.
There's other things we want you guys to understand that establishing credit is definitely important, but it's also about building yourself to be your own brand. But if you're in a position where you have to work for somebody else, you know, you're just coming out of school, you're just coming out of high school, you're coming from your life doing a trade, and you have to work for the man and not yourself yet. There are ways.
Sometimes people just want to work for the man.
Yeah,
They
some
don't wanna
some people
be
are
a fucking
fine with a
entrepreneur.
9 to 5, and that's okay. We're
And
not
that's okay.
saying you have to be an entrepreneur. I'm just saying that if that is in you and you feel like that's what you want to do it. But if you're fine with I know motherfuckers who have 9 to 5s who own properties.
Oh, and I agree. But what I'm saying is, as a grown woman Tingz, and I can speak on this, is how to advance your career at these jobs. Don't be that person who's been in the same position more than 10 fucking years. I know people who have been at my job 60 plus and are still in the position. And I'm in no way shading this, but for me and my experience telling you guys, I've been promoted 4 times in the past 3 years that I've been, since 4 years that I've been there. And I feel like that's important, and that's a part of a grown women ting, because we need to be able to advocate for ourselves, know our worth, especially at the workplace. You need the balls to sit with your boss, to sit with the man, to sit with your supervisors, whoever that you're with. Like, this is what I contribute to the company. I am a true asset. You would not be able to accomplish all of these things without me being here. You need to value me. You need to give me my raise. You need to give me my title. And I had this conversation with my boss just this past week. Like, and it's going to work out in my favor. And we want to be able to have you guys build up that confidence enough where you're comfortable in doing that at your workplace. So you can have that property. So you can go on your trips. So you can finally move out and be on your own. So you can redecorate. So you can contribute more to your family. Don't ever feel like you can be stuck at the workplace in your role. You definitely want to be able to advocate for yourself and know your worth, bitch. Other grown women things when it comes to money, job. I'm in no way saying yes, I am. I think education is important. If you even, or trade, you know, I think that
just self-educate yourself. We're not saying bust out, go to college, get in debt.
Right. Because it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
You have to choose your path.
Some people, a lot of y'all out there have these natural talents that is fucking amazing.
Raw talent. Yeah.
Unspeakable, the things that I've seen. Like, even with my little sister, she's so fucking talented and could be amazing. It just depends on the path
that you choose to take.
Exactly.
And how to build and brand that. I mean, we were discussing social media last episode. Like, social media, use that to your advantage, everybody. There's undiscovered talent as well.
Right.
And I want to make it our business too.
We spoke on that within, you know, using social media to gain, you know, what you need and market yourself, brand yourself, put yourself out there, network.
Hit those people up like, hey, you paint, me too. How do you do it? What do you do? Do you go to a special class? Is there any free things? Like, just elevate yourself, get out there, get to know people, get to know events, show up, show out, get it fucking done.
So that is Grown Woman Ting. What are we calling that? Grown Woman Ting rule number 1. Money, career.
Money, career. Make that Birkin pussy into a motherfucking... I'm just saying, like, make that shit work. Like, and at the end of the day, listen, there's nothing wrong with, like, niggas doing shit for you. Like, a lot of people come down on city girls like, but at the end of the day, like, if you love someone, you invest in them, whether that's emotional investment, whether that's monetary. So if your nigga's like, yo, here's $5,000, here's 10 grand, do what you please. Are you gonna fucking go buy a Birkin?
You better open the door to that. Hello.
They said bitches out there doing that.
I wouldn't go buy a $10,000 bag. If a dude gave me 10 grand, I am not going to buy a bag.
Listen, there's another meme that says buy the Chanel and the LLC. But what y'all not realizing, if you Google how much an LLC is, okay, that shit could be less than $200 in some cases. So at the end of the day, if you have, you know, someone willing to invest in you, that's okay. Because number one, I'm about to build something
A
for
bitch
us.
motherfucking wish.
I'm about to build something for us. I'm about to listen. We about to build a whole new fucking Noah's Ark over here. If you invest in
Right.
my business, trust when you come back, you're gonna reap the fruits of my labor because
Right.
you were willing to take that risk, that chance for me. And there's so many different ways of getting money. Like I really feel like I think Meek Mill said it. Like social media, you could be a millionaire off of social media now.
You
Like
can.
a lot of us use it for fun and pictures. Let me post my family and my man. No, use that shit to get your money.
Bitch, get out of here.
I'm just saying that's fine. That's fine because at the end of the day, that's your path. Like for me, I'm seeing bitches do it like big baller status. Like the hustlers on my timeline are women. That's the crazy part. And I love to see it. It motivates me and it makes me want to get out and do my fucking thing. It makes me want us to like go harder. Like this podcast about to blow the fuck up. We
Oh,
about
it
to
is.
be
Watch me.
we about to be sitting with Michelle Obama. Like she gonna have to come to New York and sit here and give us an interview. That's the type of
I'm
motherfucking
definitely
manifestation
not
I'm putting
cursing in
out
front
there.
of her.
No, I'll watch my mouth. I'll watch my mouth. But we're just saying, like we said earlier, guys, bet on yourself. Take the leap or not, whatever you want to do, whether it is a 9 to 5 or entrepreneurship, add something to it, add a layer, because the world we're living in right now, you kind of have to have multiple streams of income. So if that means
Yeah.
you purchasing vending machines, that's a good way of making money. If you selling hair on the side, that's a good way of making money. There are people who sell their vendors, like you were saying earlier, Shanae, people who have classes that teach you how to lay a wig, dye it, fry it, put it to the side. Learn your craft, invest in yourself. So that's grown woman things to me as far as like the money aspect, the
Rule
boss
number
aspect.
one.
Rule number one to be a boss ass bitch.
All right.
What is
Never let a rock nigga try to play you.
Okay. Did I lie? That's rule number one, okay?
What is number those?
I mean, I don't think it goes in order because I
There is
definitely
no
feel
There's no order.
right. There's
What's
no
number two?
order, but
What's number two on the
for
list?
me is like now I'm tapping into like my spiritual side. Like
Tap in.
pray.
Do we like Saweetie?
I like Sweetie. She's a cute
You
girl.
don't. Tap
She's
in.
cute. Her music is catchy. She's young. She has more time to develop. Not everybody could buzz out the gate and be Foxy Brown, Missy Elliott, Little Kim. So these girls, they're cute. Mulatto, she's cute. Asian brat, Cash Doll. We said City
Cash
Girls.
Doll's old.
Cash, she don't fucking look
Don't
it though.
be motherfucking age.
She's saying
shaming. She's still a
Shout out to
bad
Cash Doll.
bitty. Love Cash Doll. I flew to Miami just to see Cash Doll. Dead ass. Like that's how much of a fucking fan I am. But yeah, of course, the queen from Queens, Nicki Minaj, pregnant and all.
Shout outs to her.
So yeah, like Sweetie got time. She gon' do her thing. In my opinion, I like her.
All right, next.
So yeah. So as far as something else I definitely feel is grown woman things is taking care of yourself, taking care of you, your mental,
Self-care,
your physical,
ladies.
you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with sitting down with someone and having a conversation, a professional. I stress, for me, I have a therapist who's a beautiful Black woman.
That's something I have yet not done. Like, I haven't came to terms with. Bitch, you need to go sit down and speak to somebody.
Yeah, we carry so much trauma and don't even know it. That's Black people,
No, I do
people
know
of
it.
color in a nutshell.
I do know it. I know I got demons, issues, all of the above. Like, I'm okay. I'm not about to jump off a building. But.
Right. But I was talking to a coworker, right? And my job offers five free therapy sessions by the therapist of your choice under the umbrella of who they have. That's how I met my therapist. I took advantage of my first free sessions and then I continued with her and now I pay her or whatever. But I told him, I was just like, he was telling me about himself and I'm cold hearted and I could freeze the fucking East River. And I'm just like, nigga, shut up. Like at the end of the day, that's not healthy. You 30 now. Okay. It's time to get off. My ex was a dog and she did this. Nigga, heal yourself. Get that hurt out your heart. So I feel like at some point you gotta stop carrying that shit around. Everybody done been through some shit. Everybody done been hurt before. Everybody done been dogged out. Whatever you want to call it.
Milked.
Used and abused.
Christ.
Okay.
Dragged.
So it comes to a point where if you feel comfortable enough, sit down, have a conversation with somebody so they could work through those demons, work through those issues with you. And it makes you feel so much lighter.
Again, this is a process. Like if you're not comfortable with it.
Right. You don't have to jump into
first,
it.
Like start talking to a very close friend or a close family member.
A good friend that you feel can give you some of the
Yeah.
tools that you need. We all can pinpoint somebody who has tools and who doesn't.
Yeah.
Don't
First,
go to the
find
fucked
that
up person
in your life that you can really sit down and talk to. And if you feel like that's therapeutic for you, like continue to look into that and see what else can I do to get my mental on
It's
the
a journey.
Right.
Even if you're writing shit down, even if it's spending time in your favorite place, you want to do that because you don't want to walk around holding on to those burdens. Like it becomes too much for anybody. And this goes for anybody. This goes for male, female. If you carrying shit around, there's only but so much that you can keep on your shoulders before you break the fuck down.
Right. And let's remember, we not promised tomorrow. So while we here, let's just
live our best life.
Right.
Be happy. You know what I'm saying? And you want to pass that on to people. I feel like me personally, not to toot my own horn, I feel like when I'm around people, I can feel whose energy is gonna suck the life out of me or put life into me.
Right.
There's a difference, and I don't put myself in those situations. If you have a friendship that isn't working and you feel like every time you're around this bitch is low-key competition or she's saying snide remarks or whatever, remove yourself. If your parents, I'm big on this, like, because motherfuckers love to be like, that's my mom, that's my dad, that's my brother, that's my sister. I don't give a fuck who you are. Straight up and down. I don't care. If you are not contributing to positive vibes, positive energy, light in my life, you could go. Love you. I see you when I see you. Mom, dad, sister, I really don't care.
Right.
Because I'm living my life for me. That's one. And two, I want to live a healthy life, not just perceived to be healthy.
I don't think some people understand that. There's a lot of people in my life, like even family members,
that are kept around.
That negativity.
Yeah,
like,
they're just around, and you're always bringing out the negative. Like if you unhappy because you are 62 and you didn't make the right decisions for you, and you feel like your life is over, don't put that shit on me, Aunt Betty. Like, get the fuck out of here. Right. I don't have Aunt Betty. I was just saying.
Yeah, we know, girl.
So I just personally feel like that. So, whatever you find therapeutic for you, whether that's sitting down with somebody, whether that's writing, whether that's exercise, whatever.
Taking up a new project in the house. That's me all the time. Yeah. I'm always trying to find a way to make storage.
Center yourself. Yeah. You want
So what is your self-care routine, Shanae?
Not self-care, because we're going to have a whole episode on self-care.
But you're saying to do your favorite things.
Well, do your things to center you, but not to like self-care. Don't jump into that, because then what the fuck we going to talk about in the next episode?
All right, stay tuned for that next episode. So I agree with what you guys say. Build your circle of support. Build it, whether those are close friends, family members, co-workers, any leaders that you have at the workplace, any mentors that you have. And if you still need a little more guidance, a little more professional guidance, a little more experience, definitely seek a therapist. I agree.
Right.
Exactly.
What is Grown Woman Tingz Trez?
Jaleesa loves going in order with
right. Shit. We just said there's no order.
There is no order. So
however you
Grown
choose to go
Grown Woman
about
Tingz third.
My thing is, y'all probably listening to this podcast and realize, like, we just speaking off the dome right here. So there's a lot of fucking things we leaving out right now.
Of course.
I would say elevating yourself, like, for me, that was learning new recipes. Like I said earlier, trying to be a fucking mom. You're trying to figure it out. So I was YouTubing other moms. That's something you can do. Like, if there's something you want to do or learn, it's out there. Fucking Google it. Take a class.
Google
There's
is
so many
free,
options that you
y'all.
have.
FREE, free.
Let me tell you, YouTube kind of saved my life when I had a baby. Like, I was YouTube and everything. I had that one person that I can go to, with shout out to Mumu, she's a great mom. But at the same time, I was like, damn, I can't hit her up for everything. She gonna think I'm fucking crazy. Because honestly, when you a new mom, and there was really no babies around in our family, right? No. So
No.
I'm just being real. I was fucking lost. I was like, what the fuck am I doing? How do you use this breast pump? How do you fucking strap him in this shit? How do you fucking fold this shit up to put it in a closet? Like, what the fuck do you do? When he was becoming a toddler, is how do I need to cut this
in a
shit
sense,
food up?
you're
So,
saying something that you would add to your list is taking initiative, finding
Or
out
doing
things
your
for
research.
yourself.
yeah, do it for
Right.
yourself, because where are you gonna turn
You
to
can't always
learn how to
rely on
mom?
people.
Yeah, like
Right.
even asking my mom, and it's like some people come at you hot. Like my mom, she be coming at me hot. Oh, how do you make? Oh, you don't know how to fucking do it. Ah! And I'm like, all right. So sometimes you don't want to go that route.
Yeah.
Have it, bitch. I need to learn how to make this or do this right now.
Mhm.
So you go to YouTube, watch a couple videos, and figure that shit out. And it's so helpful. Like, all right, what do you make for a toddler? Like, if you was never a mom, that shit is baffling. Like, oh, they can't eat big pieces, so you need to cut that shit up. Oh, they not gonna eat this at this age, so you might as well chop up some apples and make some meatballs and cut them up.
Right.
Like,
Being
that's something
self-reliant.
like you
Right.
don't fucking sit there and think about. Like, you bring home a baby and you're like, oh shit. So just please, like, don't stress yourself. Don't be like, I'm alone in this world. No, bitch. YouTube, Google, social media, Instagram.
Exactly. There's so much information out there, and I think that that's great that you did that, because it's appalling to me how some, like, I have friends that'll, like, for instance, I'll give you an example. A friend of mine wanted to know where she could get a certain fucking, like, t-shirt. Bitch, Old Navy. Like,
Right.
I hate when people ask me questions that is like you literally can answer it yourself,
or it's
find
like,
out
how
yourself.
do you do that?
And it's like, how
And
did you
it's
make
like,
it through life? I wasn't spoon fed. I had to learn a lot of shit very quick on my
Exactly.
own. And that's no disrespect to my family, because I had an amazing family that helped me in a lot of
Exactly.
ways. But there are just life experiences that you gotta figure out on your fucking own. There's not gonna be somebody to say, oh, this is how you do it and you'll be fine. No, sometimes you gotta be like, well, fuck.
I still
What
think
do I do?
YouTube gives me life. I still, even if you're not a mom, I think if you're just an average woman, you learn a lot from YouTube. I learned how to apply makeup.
Right.
I've learned how to cook certain recipes.
Exactly.
Just
Before
how to
I
do
was a mom, what the fuck you think I was doing?
Right.
On
Exactly.
YouTube, trying to
So I
figure out
guess
how I'm doing
life
this
things.
wig.
So number 3,
I think it's
essentially
research.
would be research, be self-reliant, go and find the information for yourself. There's nothing wrong
Stop
with that.
walking around like a fucking idiot.
Dunce.
Like, yeah, like,
Right. Because nobody's going to give it to you. So something that I'm personally big on is, which, I mean, looking at a bitch, because bitch is big, okay? If you know me,
bitch,
you
you
know
beautiful.
I am.
You
Thank
6
you.
feet.
No, let me
No.
stop.
You 6
So,
feet, so
something that
you
I have
proportioned.
been
You well. You
thank
look
you. Something that I've been tapping into is you know, my health when it comes to my body and getting out. I'm not a big exercise person. I love cake and ice cream at midnight in my bed watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Shout out to Shea Coulee. One All Stars. RuPaul's Drag Race All Star Season 5. She won last night. She's my favorite. She's a beautiful milk chocolate tall man who looks like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. Growing up, I think I've told y'all this. My mother was a beautician, so I grew up with transgender, gay, this, that. I saw everything growing up. When I saw a man wear a wig, I thought that was normal. So going into other people's house and was like, wait a second, y'all don't have gay people here? I was very confused. I was like the opposite of, you know, but then I grew up Christian. So it was like I had all these different dynamics. But anyway, like I was saying, my health when it comes to my body, I'm paying a lot more attention to that because guess what? It's true. When you turn like 27, 28, your whole fucking body changes. Like they tell you that. I know people told
You
me,
feel crazy.
but no one really said like, oh no, that shit is real. Like at 25, I could eat salads and drink water for a week and would drop 20 pounds. At 31,
No.
I'm struggling. I'm dying.
I could eat
God,
one
not really,
raisin
but
all fucking day, and I'm still
exactly.
Stop
I could eat a cube of fucking cheese, and it's like, yo, this fat won't go away. But let me eat a piece of fucking cake. Now I'm 20 pounds bigger than I was. So it's just like, pay attention to that. Your metabolism changes. It's true. It's real, guys. Like
and your skin. My skin is so different from when I was 20.
It just takes a fucking turn that you're not expecting. So pay attention to your body. I'm very big on vagina care. I love a good yoni steam, honey pot. You know, our mothers grew up, I'm sure we all saw it in the bathroom, douching. That is not good for you. Yeah. Do not do that. I don't even know if they still sell it.
I did it once.
You're literally pushing the bacteria back. And here's the thing that a lot of people, maybe now you guys realize it. Exactly. Maybe you did it, but now
I did it for a reason. But
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's not act like vaginas are fucking Voldemort, bitch. Like, your vagina is special. It's delicate. It's sensitive. You know.
My shit is Voldemort. He's the most powerful man.
Here she go.
In the wizarding world.
So
so
her vagina. So wait, no, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. No, he's not dead. So so if her shit is Voldemort, that means she be killing niggas. Okay, Shanae, if your vagina was a Harry Potter,
Hagrid.
Your shit big and bushy.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
That's good. That was a good one.
Up my shit. Okay. What's your shit, Hermione, bitch?
My shit might be Hermione. I don't know if it's Dobby shit. It might be.
Do you be bleaching your asshole like Kim Kardashian?
Because then you Malfoy.
Yeah, you Malfoy, bitch.
It might be Malfoy. Yes, it would be Malfoy because you know what? That nigga was clean, crisp. He always had on his suit.
He always had
the
slick back.
I would be Malfoy. You're right about that. My shit is always in pristine shape. My man, no. I am not. I don't play that shit. I'm Haitian. Hair is not my friend. Okay? Shout out to laser treatments. You need 6 of them motherfuckers and whew, it's a doozy. But anywho, so yeah, vagina care. Take care of your shit, ladies. Like, invest in, organic. For me, I invest in organic shit. It's summertime, it's hot right now, you don't need no panties. You be all right. Let that shit catch the air. Let it breathe. Sleep without panties. I'm personally like a braless type of girl. But I got a little chi-chi, so I can do that.
Wish.
Y'all can't do that. These bitches.
I gotta wear like the workout bra.
Yeah,
to sleep.
They walk down the steps and their titties be slapping them. Basically, I am not in that crew. I'm too bee sting, so I go braless whenever the opportunity arises. Like right now, free. Wait,
I'm
with
taking
the
a picture for you guys.
So
heavy.
Look, she's coming wait a second. Let me cover my shit up. So yeah, I love. They got pussy clays. They got pussy salts, which I'm gonna link because I'll link the one that I use. You could yoni steam at home.
I want to do is, what's that thing when they plaster your poom poom?
That's the clay.
What do you want to do that for?
Shit that helps with the skin. It makes the skin outside tight.
I want like not a statue.
You want a structure of my. This bitch want to paper mache her pussy.
Yeah.
Like
what are you doing with that? Putting it like hanging it from the wall.
3rd grade.
It's part of my collection.
Of what? You gonna put it on the bookshelf?
Who knows? That's all. When all my sons,
so your
friends
kid
come over, they gonna be like,
"Mommy, listen, I'm just gonna."
Don't bring your kids to my motherfucking house.
Exactly.
You have kids in your own house.
No, I'm saying because they're gonna have a whole new world. I'm be like, well, sit down, Jody.
Mm-hmm. Listen, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, most of us have nice, pretty little hoo-hoos, little ha-has. So your
Preserve it.
pocketbook, yes, and it naturally cleans itself, guys. Like, remember that. We do all these things to manipulate our coochies. I hate coochie. I don't like that word. Well, I'd
My
rather use
man either.
pussy.
He be like, ugh,
Exactly. Coochie just sounds
if
like
I say
What's
ugh.
wrong
it.
with you guys?
It's true, but like there's so much to the vagina that people don't know or don't even understand, and you'd be shocked how many women don't know and understand. Because I have this conversation all the time. I'm always talking about vagina. You would think I fucking liked it.
Well, it's good. We have one. We know.
So
Look
go back
at
to three,
her.
ladies. Go back to researching how to take care of your vagina.
Google,
But I don't
Instagram.
even think you need to
But
research.
you don't even.
There's
It's
nothing you need to do.
but you have to pay attention. There are pills. They have things for like let's be honest. Yeast infections are real. You know, body odor is real. These things happen. They have pills. They have different things. Again, natural, organic. If you choose to go that route,
But
it's
again,
out
seek
there.
medical attention. If you do
YouTube.
feel like something's out the normal,
Exactly.
don't just let me go to CVS and get motherfucking Summer's Eve. That's
no,
not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I personally.
Well, let's say it for everybody because I feel like we've been through those years where we thought it was Summer's Eve and A to Z cranberry, and I had to learn the hard way that it doesn't work.
Okay, Erykah Badu, who, as we know, another Voldemort ass bitch out here, snatches souls from nigga, and she says that she drinks organic crushed cranberries, and that is what makes her pussy delightful. That's what she said. It might be more to it than that. It might be the fact that she's just a spiritual ass bitch. Because listen, most of the time, like they say, vagina is vagina, right? The lights go out, everything's the same. I happen to feel like I'm a magical ass bitch. So when you
Who the hell said vagina is the same?
That's what people say. Some people say that. I've heard that where motherfuckers be like, "Oh, pussy is pussy."
Not my man.
Not mine either.
That shit's like DNA. Everybody has a different one.
But
we're
see,
very comfortable in our relationship, but we could
thing.
talk about those
Right,
things.
but here's the thing. Sometimes you got to be realistic as a woman. Sometimes a nigga is not coming back because you got good pussy. He just coming back to see if you still dumb. If he can still fuck you. That's what it is. And a lot of bitches get that fucked up. Like, oh, I got the best pussy on the world. No, you don't, bitch. You're just dumb. And he knows he can still fuck you. So I'm just saying, know the difference. Know the difference. Some people got a honeycomb. Other bitches ain't, all there. But
so take care of your vagina. Take care of your body. Your body. Inside,
eat
outside.
eat right. Not saying you can't have Taco Bell on Thursday. Enjoy it, but
no,
don't make it
Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, right? Not saying you can't have Taco Bell on Tuesday.
Any day of the week.
Eat your fucking taco, but eat your have tacos for dinner. Don't have tacos for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks.
You know what it is?
Salsa in between, guacamole, extra guac. Like,
only a woman knows how to take care of her own body.
Exactly.
We know if you can have tacos all day, every day, or if you can have one once a week, once a month. You have to learn how to listen to your inside, your internal, to determine
take your
how
vitamins.
To take it. Yeah, vitamins.
Vitamins are very essential.
If you're not a workout type of bitch,
go
stretch.
For a walk. Just go for a walk, a light jog. If you don't even want to do that, instead of walking or instead of driving, walk to work or whatever.
One thing I do because
you take walks with the baby.
Well, that's natural.
In the stroller. So that's going to push you. Right, but that's going to push you to get out there and move.
But I'm saying
more.
one mindful thing that I do, because I don't plan to go out and walk around but one mindful thing that I do every day is drink tea. I drink tea when I wake up in the morning, and I drink tea at night before
I'm
I go
water
to bed.
girl.
I'm a water booster.
My bed is literally surrounded by water bottles that are half finished, empty. Like, my man came over and he was like, "What the fuck? Throw this shit out." And I'm like, "I'm gonna." But there's still water in that one. I go back to my water bottles.
Oh, so you're not like that little girl from that movie, Signs, and she always needed a new cup of water?
No, I go back to my shit because water is not cheap. Them water cases be like, $8.99. I'm going back to that shit. So yeah, so those are
that's number. What is that? What's number 4? So it's take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself. Another way of investing in yourself is investing in your health, making sure that mentally, spiritually,
Yeah,
physically,
because you
you're
can have
good.
great credit, properties. You can have a great 9 to 5. Bitch, you gonna die tomorrow because you're not taking care of yourself. Like, what the fuck is the point then?
Drinking fucking Mountain Dew, eating Cap'n Crunch every day. That ain't right. That's not right, y'all. Last grown woman thing I guess we could say is just choosing wisely what you are willing to put up with and not put up with. Don't ever have yourself in a situation where you can't be you, where you're unhappy, where you're not satisfied, whether that comes down to your job, your relationship, your friendships, yourself. Always choose you.
Dropping niggas off that motherfucking list. Niggas, bitches.
It doesn't matter. Whoever.
Negativity. Change your environment. Change your lifestyle. Everything will be all right. Stop with the I can't, I don't know how to.
Stop telling everybody your fucking business too.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers love
Keep
to
that
tell,
shit to
oh,
yourself.
I'm doing this. And then
That
when you
would be
get
my
negative
advice.
feedback.
Do what the fuck you want to do.
Exactly. Do your shit. Take your L's. And I feel like people need to also understand this. Take your L's in private. We all gonna face L's. That's how it goes when you going after the shit that you want. You gon' fail. You gonna fall, but you gonna get back up and you gonna eat that shit up. You gonna murk that shit. Just simple as that. So do what you gotta do for you. Bet on you, count on you. As we said, the last and I think most important grown woman thing would be do you, boo. Do what you got to do for you. Be happy. Live your life. See the world. All of that. Have a baby. Get married. Or not. Whatever the fuck you want to do. Whatever do you means. That's just that on that. Period, poo.
And
This Birkin pussy talk, right? I don't know the song. I be listening to. I'm 31. I don't have time. I can't be up with all the slang. But yeah, guys.
So as always, please subscribe, share, comment, follow us on all of our platforms. We're going to list out our Grown Woman Tingz. And if we feel like we forgot something, we're definitely going to list it and put it out. We want to hear.
Or if you feel like we forgot something, throw it at us. Let us know. You guys know we're always down for a discussion. We want to hear from you. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out.
Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your podcasts. We will be on there.
Our website is coming. But for now, Did I Lie podcast across all social media platforms. And we will see you next week.
Bye.